Hello everyone. So, I know it's been a very long time since we've had a video. Today we're going to redo the participation challenge, the one where we do the story. So they've provided us with a new story. I have not read the story yet, so I don't know what happens, and I don't know if it's going to be appropriate. It says it's rated M, so keep that in mind. And let's get started. Another world meeting, another afternoon where productivity went to a slow, agonizing death. Canada had given up a while back trying to take notes. There was only so many times he could write down, "Fucking hell, I am so bored. Why is America talking about robots again?" England wants more tea. Never mind, France and England are fighting again. Greece is sleeping, and everyone is letting him. That lucky, inconsiderate bastard. Prussia doing that weird. What weird expression? I don't have a weird expression. Again, when do I do weird expressions? That's weird. Okay. He either wants a blowjob, well, maybe, or a worse, again, maybe. Before a nation went crazy and did very unpleasant things to other nations with a stationary and caused international accidents that a fruits basket and apology letter couldn't fix. I don't know, if you send enough, maybe. I like fruit sometimes. I don't know. Just as Canada was about to use his invisibility to his advantage and sneak out of this shit show, Germany demanded the room's full attention. It's my good little brother. "Everyone shut the hell up," the German shouted. "I swear to God, the next nation who speaks will be licking my boots clean." I didn't teach him to do that. How crude of you. Please be proper and keep your sexual fetishes to yourself. I don't think it's a fetish. It's just... Austria sniffed dryly. He's always dry. He's weird. Glaring at the German over his cup of tea. When does Austria drink tea? What? 9. Germany gave his neighbor in indistinguished horror. "That is not what I... Deutsche... How could you?" he said. "You said I could... What? No! No! Oh, no, I don't want... Oh." Italy bawled, the petite nation looking heartbroken as he burst into tears. Don't cry over that. That's a horrible thing. "Oh mio... Why would you say something like that aloud and in front of me? Too much. My ears. My fucking beautiful ears." Why is Romano talking like that? Clutching the sides of his head. "Gee, I'm going to kill you later." But he does say that a lot. "After I scrub out the inside of my head with a Brillo pad and some bleach." Oh, that would hurt. "Fuck, what is wrong with you two?" "Excuse me." England coughed politely. "Well, this is all quite droll. Was there an actual point buried somewhere beneath all the verbal rubbish?" I don't know, to get everyone quiet? Maybe? That sounds like a point. "Why can you not be staying the quiet for once, Roscoff?" Franz pointed at his oldest frenemy. "They were just getting to the good part of the l'amour." No. England's reply was cut off by a desperate nation, though. Danke," Germany said quickly. "My point was that these meetings are going nowhere. Are there any helpful suggestions on how to fix this?" Nothing normal seems to work for us. So let's hear some other ideas. We could... Shut up, America!" Yes, the room yelled in unison. It did nothing to deter the peppy blondes. Yeah, it's always been that way. Not cool, haters. "I was just going to suggest that we talk it out." America flipped a pair of birds. Oh, those birds. Yeah, okay. To the room, presenting them slowly to every nation as he did a full turn. "Sit on that and rotate." "How level-headed of you," England arched a huge brow at his former colony. "We were expecting some more nonsense about robots." Robots are cool, though. I mean, they do weird things, but they're cool. Are you feeling all right, England lard?" Oh, enough lard getting to your brain. Go to hell, England. America stuck his tongue out at the former empire before turning his attention back to the room. So, what you think? I say we pick a nation, a beautiful nation of love, and of course, and talk about him. France smiled alluringly at no one in particular, while flipping his hair with a spray of hearts and rose petals. I don't know how he does that. I want to know how he does that, but I don't think it would work for me. The amorous nation barely had enough time to take cover as bullets flew over where his head had been. Who has a gun here? That's a bad idea. That's just asking for a fight. Denied, we are keeping this meeting free of this. Switzerland, oh, it's Switzerland. Reminded everyone present sternly, the barrel of his sniper rifle still smoking. Why is he allowed guns and I'm not? America whined until the rifle was aimed in his direction. Neutrality. That's not neutral. That's kind of mean, actually. So, yeah. Switzerland smirked, retaking his seat as America grumbled to himself about how everyone else was a big ol' meanie to him, and heroes should be allowed their guns, although lasers would be better. No, scratch that. Lightsabers. Lightsabers would be wicked. America amused himself by making lightsaber sounds as he swished his pen around like one. The other nations stared at him for a moment before moving on when it became apparent that America wasn't going to stop anytime soon. That's the sound, right? Or maybe it's louder than that. I don't know. Since there is no real opposition to this, and it is not a bad idea considering the source, we will talk to one nation at a time per meeting and ask him questions. To make it fair, everyone will put their name into hat and I will pick one. Now, who has a hat? Germany took control again, though the German was unable to find a hat. Used the empty McDonald's peg instead. I wonder where that came from. There being plenty in the meeting room due to America. Germany tried not to cringe at the greasiness of it as he plunged his hand in to retrieve a scrap of paper. Drawing a name forth, Germany announced the country to be questioned by all the others. Canada. Who? I know Canada. Jerome answered back with one fuck yeah from a certain Prussian nation. Yeah, see, I know him. Canada was too excited to notice, though. He had gotten picked. Out of all the countries, Canada was going to be the focal point of the meeting for once. The Canadian tried to contain his excitement as he walked up to the speaking podium. This was his chance, his time to shine. He was going to make the other nations remember him. Canada couldn't wait to hear their questions. The Canadian held onto these cheery feelings for about 2.2 seconds. And then America opened his big fat mouth. Why is your milk in bags? America asked before Canada called on him. Well, that's really only one thing you could think of me? Canada gaped incredulously at his twin. America shrugged, the picture of indifference. It's rude to answer a question with a question. I thought Canadians were supposed to be polite. America pointed out. Well, some of them are. They're all different. It's just like every other person. America pointed out. To Canada's horror, he watched as several other nations nodded in agreement with his neighbor. So that's how the world wanted to play this. Okay, Canada was game. I'm terribly sorry about that. It spells that way. I'm sorry. I forget to take my politeness shots this morning. It's like insulin, but it's made from sunshine and fresh air. All Canadians take it first thing in the morning with a tall glass of milk, which in a bag form is easier for us to pour since we are so high on life. Canada answered, sweet with coiling sarcasm. He watched as it flew right over the nation's collective heads. Next question. Yes, England. I have never seen it warm on Canadian TV, so how do the plants grow? England asked, looking perfectly serious. Canada barely refrained himself in time from facepalming. Apparently America wasn't the only one the only nation with misconceptions? What's an interesting question. Not many people knows this, but a large part of our national budget goes to the importation of all our plant life. We ship it in, grow, distribute the flora evenly across Canada, and then sit around and watch it die. It's one of our lesser known hobbies. Canada explained, ignoring Prussia as the albino smothered a laugh. Will I be able to see polar bears in the street? America asked, blatantly ignoring the polar bear in Canada's arm. I am so glad that you asked that. Canada put on a fake grin as he ground his back teeth. Yeah, he doesn't have black teeth. The answer to that is yes. The polar bears are a vital part of Canadian society. They direct traffic in our larger cities. In the more rural areas, children ride them to school. It's environmentally friendly and it keeps the bear's unemployment percentage low. As we like to say in Canada, a productive bear is a happy bear. Fuck you, Kumajira snapped. Shut up, Canada whispered out of the side of his mouth. I want to walk from Vancouver to Toronto. Can I follow the railroad tracks? I'm not going to do Sweden's accent because it's weird. Sweden asked, making every nation turn to stare at the quiet nation as they tried to mentally translate what he had just mouth-vomited. Why would you... There's a train. Makes no sense. Canada struggled mentally for a moment before giving up. Sure, why not? Whatever floats your boats. It's only about 4,000 miles. Wear comfortable shoes. Bring lots of water, and for the love of maple, don't forget your beaver repellent. Is it safe to run around in the bushes in Canada? Sweden asked again, much to everyone's surprise. Finland turned a very interesting shade of pink at the question, which only worsened when France started to chuckle. Sweden looked dead serious, but then he also did. That is what the beaver repellent is for. Canada said carefully, it's available only where poutine is sold, though so stock up when and where you find it. The next question made Canada want to smack the nation asking it. Are there any ATMs in Canada? If there are, would you be so kind to send me a list of them in Toronto, Vancouver, and England asked. Canada felt a little sad to notice that his former keeper was actually taking notes. We do. They are conveniently located at all of our trading posts. You will, however, need to speak French to understand and have a firm grasp of our intricate bartering system, since we do not believe in paper money and trade goods and services for animal pelts only, although we do accept Discover. Canada had to kick Prussia in the shin. The pale nation beginning to lose. I am losing it. This is hilarious. Can you give me some information about the hippo racing in Canada? America asked, popping his gum. Canada didn't know whether to glare at him or throw something sharp and heavy at him. Hippos? Really? Because when you think of Canada, you think hippos? Canada tried to find the reasoning behind the madness. Well, yeah, so when are they? America was not seeing the flaw in his question as per usual. The hippo racing is every other Tuesday night in Calgary and Thursday night in Quebec. There is a very strict dress code though, so I'd advise that to be on the safe side and come naked. Canada deadpanned. Do you have perfume in Canada? Germany asked briskly. Canada took a moment to stare at the German down. No, we don't. Every Canadian bathes, so we don't feel the need to use it, Canada said after a moment. If you fly in with perfume, you will be stopped at the airport, scrubbed down, and given a very thorough cavity search. We do this to deter perfume smuggling rings. Understood, Germany grunted, jotting that bit of info down. Prussia decided at that point to crawl underneath the table so he could laugh without Canada bruising his shins every 2 seconds. Can you tell the regions in British Columbia where the female population is smaller than the male population? Italy asked while Germany was busy writing. Excellent question. Gay buzz. Canada snapped, his patience growing thin with all the other nations. Were there really this many dumb questions and misconceptions about him? Then which direction is north in Canada? Was asked by America. It's the same everywhere. I swear he's as the Boy Scouts. Don't they teach how to use a compass anymore? Uh, um, Canada gave into the urge to throw something at his oppressor. Kumachiro suddenly found himself airborne before smacking headfirst into the American's hard skull. Any other questions? Canada ventured, taking a moment to straighten out his tie to the sounds of bear mauling. Can I bring cutlery into Canada? England asked, making Canada's shoulders slump once again in defeat. Only if you want to offend the natives. Canadians prefer to eat only with their fingers. Cutlery is seen as evil, metallic servants of the devil. I would urge you to never eat with any form of cutlery while in Canada, or else suffer from the dire consequences of your careless actions. Canada shook his head in mock sadness. Can you send me the Vienna Boys choir schedule? America called out, having finally made peace with Kumajiro. Austria was outraged enough by the question to seek out his piano in the corner of the meeting room. Canada answered the question with Chopin as background music, the tall blonde, not missing a beat as he leaned up against the podium. Funny thing about that, the Vienna Boys choir performs every other Tuesday night in Calgary, straight after the hippo races. Not before, and never in Quebec. Don't worry, it's a common misconception. There's a very strict dress code, so come naked. I have developed new products, that is the Fountain of Youth. Where can I sell it in Canada? America stole another turn by kicking England out of his way. The micronations somehow managed to sneak in again. Quit trying to unload the stuff you buy from eBay on me, Canada snapped. How about you let another nation ask a question? Oh, hell to the no. America laughed. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada? Al, quit trying to sell me your crap. Canada rolled his eyes, looking around for any other nation to talk to. He sighed when he saw Germany raise his hand once again. Are there supermarkets in Toronto and is milk available all year round? Germany asked. What is all this fascination with my milk? Canada grumbled, clearing his throat to answer. In Toronto, no. Not a one. Trading caravans travel around the province, going from town to town. Milk is a rare and precious resource there due to this. I have a question about a famous animal in Canada, but I forgot its name. It's a kind of big horse with horns, America yelled out. The nation playing patty cake with Kumajiro now. Moose? Yes, we have several different species of moose. The most feared and dreaded of them all is the dire moose. Canada was cradling his head in his hands. Is that like a dire wolf? America's head shot up in interest, the nation losing the game of patty cake to the bear. America, don't interrupt, or I won't tell you how to save yourself from turning into the undead after they bite you. Canada went for broke and was rewarded by a frightened look from his twin's face. Moose can do that? America whispered, swallowing hard. Oh yes, that is why they are never supposed to give a moose a muffin. Canada bit the inside of his cheek to keep from laughing. Okay, the meeting's time is almost over. I have time for one last question. Will I be able to speak English most places I go? America took it home for them. No, we only speak French, and some dialect of Swahili. Canada sighed. Meeting adjourned. The nation flopped back in his seat, suddenly exhausted, as he watched the other nations file out. One nation remained so, pressure crawling out from under the table, wiping tears of laughter from his scarlet eyes. Like this. You are a terrible influence on me, Canada muttered as the Prussian. I was going to go with awesome, but whatever tickles your pickle. What? She grinned. You know what would be awesome and really tickle? No, 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 no. I don't want to read this. I don't want to. It's, he's talking about, he wants me to give him a blowjob. I just, okay, I'm going to skip that part. Zamounty just wanted to go get a tall steaming cup of Timmy's. Was that too much to ask for? Apparently so, because instead of going on his break, the tired officer of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police had to deal with the obviously deranged tourist. He felt he really didn't get paid enough to deal with this crap. But I'm here for the hippo races. How much more naked do I have to be? Fucking Americans. Okay. Well, that was at least the majority of that story. So, I think that is it, and I'm sorry that I had trouble reading some parts, because as I said before, I did not read it ahead of time, so I did not know what was coming up. So, have a nice day. Bye.